All right, we're going to go ahead and kick off our training for this week's Motivation Monday. Bienvenidos a todos que están con nosotros que hablan solo español. Yo estoy haciendo este entrenamiento en inglés, pero tú tienes la opción para cambio tu idioma en tu página de Zoom de español. Y yo tengo mi amiga que está traduciendo perfectamente español. Gracias y bienvenidos. All right, you guys, we're going to go ahead and kick off our Motivation Monday. I'm so excited for you guys to be here with us. We are jam-packed. We just had a rocking event this last Thursday night. We had 223 people show up in Los Angeles to hear our CEO and founder, Jeff Olson, speak. And the excitement, the inspiration, the motivation that has come out of that event is huge. Matter of fact, I am here processing applications, believe it or not, as we speak. So these are all people that are ready to get started inside of our Neora family. And I am so confident that we can help you do the same exact thing as well. So I want to start off with some basic new brand partner training information because we have a lot of people that are joining us here tonight that are baby brand partners. And the first thing that I want to say is congratulations. You have made an absolutely phenomenal decision becoming a brand partner with this company. A little bit about myself. My background is actually in corporate America. When I was 23 years old, I was the vice president of a very large advertising agency right here in the city of Irvine, where I live. Actually, on the other side of where I live is a US bank building, and that's where my office used to be. And I loved it. I showed up early, I stayed late. It was so fun watching Spider-Man 3 commercials before the rest of the planet got a chance to see it. And I loved it. It was fast paced. It was a lucrative industry, but I don't know if anybody else can relate. I was just working all the time. I was on this hamster wheel. I was just going the 40, 50, 60, 70 hours a week. And I'm not afraid of hard work, but I just didn't see myself doing the same thing with barely making by. And I just wanted more in my life. I wanted to take care of my family. I wanted to take care of and do things for my sister. And when I was introduced to Neora, I was shown a system. I was shown a way that I can just simply go and do ABC 1, 2, 3s, plug into a proven method that was duplicatable. And fast forward, here we are 13 years later. Our team in the last 13 years has helped 300 people hit the rank of national marketing director, which on average is a six-figure rank. So, what I've done over my 13 years is I've watched what are all these people that are successful doing that is attributing to their launch being successful as well. So the first thing that I want to encourage a brand new person to do once you receive your package, you must begin using the product. You have to be a product of the product. People don't need to see a testimonial. What they want to hear is an experience. And you telling them, oh, I haven't really started using it yet, or, hey, you should buy it, but I don't know what it's like, or I haven't bought it myself. It takes away the integrity portion of it. And that's why when a new person gets started, you can enroll with a $20 distributor pack only. But where the benefit is you getting the product, putting it on your skin, putting it in your body, putting it on your hair. So that way you get the experience of it to tell other people. And a lot of times the conversation that I have with people, what I'd actually like for everybody to do is put your favorite product that you're currently using in the chat box below. Okay, I'll tell you my favorite product that I love to use, which I use almost all of them, is our EHT product. This product has 25 years of research out of Princeton University. It is designed and formulated to help with focus. It helps with retention, with faster and better memory recall. So I like this product because what it does is it gives me that focus when sometimes I can find myself being scatterbrained. Right? It allows me to remember things whereas in the past, I would experience it being more difficult to remember. So that's what my experience and benefits of using that product are. So I'm looking in the chat box right now, and I see that Catherine loves the night cream. Doris likes the night cream. Don Wilkinson likes the sleep chews, Prolistic, EHT. Trevor and Pina, EHT. Kim is Invisiblock, Karen is Firm and EHT. Okay, so look at this. We have people that are loving all of our products, right? So Neora has 23 products that break up into 4 different categories: skincare, hair care, health and wellness, and then we have Neora Fit, which is our fitness weight management line. One comment, an objection that I heard from somebody today, which was a guy, he said, oh, it's really hard for a guy to sell skincare, right? So guess what? Because we have one, that's an easy objection to overcome, because we have a lot of men that are in Neora that are very successful at selling Neora, and it was just skincare back then. But then now we have all these other lines of product that we can promote to. Like, listen, if you're not comfortable selling skincare, that's fine. Promote our hair care, promote our health and wellness line, promote our fitness line. So that's one thing that I would just encourage you guys to do, is to mirror match the people that you're having conversations with. If you're talking to a younger guy, or if you're talking to like somebody that doesn't have any hair, chances are you're not going to want to approach them about our hair care product line, right? If you're looking at somebody who's like on the guy's side of things and doesn't have any wrinkles and they're younger, chances are you're not going to talk to them really about our night cream or our day cream first. That doesn't mean they're not going to be interested, but my suggestion is to mirror match to the people that and the products that they're going to be more inclined to use. So that was a kind of a side comment that I had there. What I would like to know, okay, for each of you, if you can go back to the comments that you put of your favorite product in the chat box, I want you to put why it's your favorite product underneath there. Okay, so you can actually, Doris, go right next to your night cream comment, and you can reply to that, and you can put why the night cream is your favorite product. And I'd like for everybody to do the same exact thing. So again, I shared why EHT is my favorite product: improved memory, better at focus. In the past, I would be forgetful. I wouldn't remember names as well, right? I wouldn't be able to focus on the important tasks that were in front of me. So do you see where the challenge and do you see where the void was? Okay, so the challenge, the need, the problem that I had before was I would forget simple things. I wouldn't be able to focus, right? I wouldn't be able to remember. It'd be harder for me to remember a new language. That was the problem. And the way the new product, what EHT did was solve it, was it improved my focus. It actually improved my memory recall. It allowed me to remember words that I was learning in another language. That's how you do sales, my friends, is identifying what is the void, what is the problem, what is the challenge in somebody's life, and then what is the solution that Neora solves. The problems can be revolving around our products. The problems could be revolving around our opportunity. The problems could be revolving around our community. Some people are lonely. Some people need a community to be a part of. Some people need a cure to financial cancer. Some people need more energy in the day. Some people need better quality of sleep. Some people need to be able to lose some weight so that they can get into the better shape of their life and improve their health. Some people need to improve their skin quality so that they have better confidence. Identify what is the need, what is the void, what is the challenge, what is the missing link, and then how does Neora become that solution? All right. So I'm just going to read through some of these really quick. So just bear with me, everyone. Let's see. I'm just going to scroll up here. It says EHT and Firm. EHT, better mental clarity and focus, improved memory. Okay. Firm, transformation to the skin on my upper arms, tummy, neck, thighs. Okay. So in Karen's case, what you can do is when you can talk to people is tell them what the challenge was before, right? Don't just tell them, well, the skin is tighter, it's firmer, it's less. Paint the picture of what was this condition of the skin before Firm touched the skin. That's the power of these before and after pictures. Some of you guys have been watching some of my new brand partners that have been very successful. And if you watch them talk about the product, they literally talk about like, I used to be X amount of weight, and now look at how tight look how tight this is, or look how smooth this is, or, you know, look at all this new hair that's growing in right here. So like you need to identify what is the solution, and you need to not just, say, oh yeah, I've noticed an improvement, or I like how it's made my skin feel, but instead talk about what your skin used to feel like before. My skin used to be dry. It used to be itchy. It used to be sensitive to a lot of different products. And what I've noticed, it doesn't have the sensitivity using this product now. With the fitness, one of the things that I struggled with in the past was having to fast, or having to go think, what can I eat? What can I not eat? Especially when you're in a fast paced, on the go type of, work schedule. I love how I didn't have to put extra brain cells into the use of this product. It was one collagen product in the morning. It was a pre and probiotic in the middle of the day. And it was a simple tea detox at night. When you can just simply share what the challenge is, what the problem was before that you experienced, paint the picture with the words you use, and then paint the picture of how Neora solved the problem, that's the beauty of how this is going to work. And the same works with our opportunity, right? You guys are going to talk about how you love the opportunity, but talk about what it was like before. I remember showing up to work, and I would show up to work, and work would finish, and I'd go home, and I didn't really have much more to look forward to besides get myself ready to go to sleep and start the next day and routine over again. Now I can't wait till work finishes, because I know I'm going to go do something that's going to better myself. I know that I'm going to go do something that's working on my, full-time dream or my future or something like that. There's just paint the picture of what it was, and now what the solution and what Neora's products or opportunity have provided it. Okay. Are there any questions around that topic that somebody wants to ask, or is there somebody that wants help creating that for themselves? You can feel free to unmute yourself. I want this to be a little bit of a dialogue. So Judy Clark, I see in the chat box, it says EHT and Vitality Complex keeps me healthy, right? So I love that. But going back to what I said earlier, talk about what was it like before that, right? Before I started taking this product, I remember going through my day feeling low energy and feeling like I wasn't taking the best care of my body. I wasn't getting the nutrients, I wasn't getting the supplements. And it wasn't until I started taking this product that I realized all the good that I'm actually doing for the longevity of my body, right? So it's just kind of painting the picture, not just like I feel healthy, because everyone's definition of healthy is different, right? That's why when someone's like, oh, can you talk to a big leader for me? I'm like, well, define what a leader is to you first, right? I'll talk to everybody, but everybody's like love is like, as guess bar is a little bit different. So paint the picture. I remember, just not feeling like I was doing everything that I could to take care of my body. I would see these commercials, or I'd read about these articles, and realizing, you know what? I know the benefits of a CoQ10. I know the benefits of a niacin supplement. I know the benefits of a quercetin supplement in my body, but I never knew, like, I was always scared. Am I taking the right brand? Am I taking, a company that's not going to do more harm than good? But when I ran into Neora, here's all the advantages that I saw, and it took all that thinking away. It's just a little bit more of a demonstration to it. So thank you for contributing that. John Sleep Chews, they work. So same thing for Dawn, right? Like, talk about like, hey, what are some other sleep products that I've taken in the past? In the past, I used to take a product, and to be honest, they didn't work. Right? I'd take them, and then I'd find myself tossing and turning in bed, or even worse, I'd find myself just sleeping a little bit and then waking up, and then sleeping a little bit and waking up. Then finally it'd come to morning time, and I just got this cloud. I've got this funk over my head. I've got this like grogginess that I don't experience when I use our sleep chews. You see how you're painting the picture again, everyone, of what the people can hear that story, and they can relate to it and be like, gosh, I know what that's like. I've taken a sleep product, and I remember showing up and just being a grouch, feeling like my brain needed a little booster to get going, right? Or like what it's like to toss and turn throughout the night, and now knowing that this gives me that long quality sleep that I've always wanted. Okay. We're nothing without, like Linnea says, EHT, we're nothing without our brain. Like for me, that makes sense. Like logically, it makes sense. Like I'm sure everybody else hears that will think to themselves, well, duh, I don't have, but I think we can talk about the importance, like what makes you care so much about your brain. I know my grandfather suffered from Alzheimer's, and I saw the destruction that had on his life and my family's life. So you can kind of integrate that and say, listen, I realized how important our brain is when I saw the effects of cognitive disease like my grandfather. And I realized I never want to deal with that. I never want to suffer or encounter that. And that's why I realized EHT is the product that I need to use, right? So again, like maybe wrapping it into a little bit more of a story than just saying we're nothing without our brain, because you're right. I agree with that, right? But I'm sure other people will start thinking, well, so we're nothing without our heart, we're nothing without our spine, we're nothing without our, like all these other things too, right? But instead, just talk about like a story, or just if you don't have that personal story, say, listen, the more I learn about it, the more I realize how destructive Alzheimer's and dementia are. And even though I'm not God and I can't control that things, but I could perhaps take something that will slow down that process. And the best product I found on the market thus far is EHT. Here's what I've noticed when I've started using it. All right. My favorite product is the business. So I love that. I also agree. My favorite product can be the business too. But sharing about like, what are some of the things that you've seen? You know, my partner Darren and I lived in Florida. We were living in Miami for just about a year when I was working with Grant Cardone. And then when we were moving back to Southern California, we almost bought a franchise, and it was an in-home senior care business. And I now can tell people that my favorite product or my favorite business is the Neora business. Why? Because I had the opportunity to go through the entire franchise purchasing business process. And it wasn't until I was on a discovery call with the owners of this franchise, and they were telling me all the things they would do for me and everything about my geography and my territory. And then like the light bulb went off, and I realized Neora does way more for us, right? And we have no restrictions. We have no geography. We have no territories. We have like a company that provides to us so much more than what this franchise that I was about to pay $1.5 million for, right? So again, I kind of like, if my favorite product is the business, I would share like why, what is the comparison to making it my favorite, all right? So hope that's helpful. Youth factor, hydrating, superfoods, enzymes, makes you feel good, improves your immune system. Love it, right? I would totally, those are the benefits. I would talk about what the experiences of that were before. Listen, I remember when I used to struggle keeping my body hydrated. It used to be a difficulty drinking water. It always has to be, and I'm just coming up with a story, but that could be somebody's story about how they used to struggle drinking enough water. And now with the use of youth factor, not only are they hydrating their body, not only are they getting all the superfood and all these enzymes and all these antioxidants in their body, but it's boosting their immune system. Maybe you aren't getting as sick as you used to get before. I'm actually here with a friend of mine who was not feeling good whatsoever. And one, maybe two youth factors later, she looks different. She feels different. She's even made comments about how she feels different, right? So it's just creating those testimonials for yourself. So let me see. Before I took EHT, I could never find my keys, right? And now I remember to put my keys in the same place when I get home. Or now I remember to use blank product, or now when I take EHT, I actually remember the last place I typically put my keys, right? Just a lot better of an experience. Let's see, I also always tell people I had him put on a pair of shorts in 7 years until I used firm. There you go. Before, I used to not put on shorts because I was afraid of what people would think, or what I would think people think about my legs. And now with the use of, firm, I'm able to wear my shorts all the time after 7 years, right? Like just talk about like what a powerful story that is. You're looking at what to post on social media. bam, what a great solution to use on social media. Let's see, what else is there? It says EHT, my focus, short and long-term memory, energy back to where I was in my 30s, right? Talk about how like you knew your age, but you felt like you were a lot older, and how the use of these products have put you back to where you're able to actually focus and get things done. I'll talk to people and I'll tell them, I'm like, and by the way, I'm doing this training because this is exactly what I do with a new person, by the way. As soon as a new person gets started, I'm not joking, I have them use the brand new products as soon as possible. I have them take a before and after picture. I have them take a log of what their experiences are. And once they've used all the products, I will ask them, I'm like, listen, based off all the products you're using so far, what's your favorite? What are you liking the most? What are you enjoying the most? And their response is like, oh, I really like the energy chews. What do you like about the energy chews? Well, I just like that I can take it in the middle of the day and I have like a boost in energy. And I'm kind of leading the witness when I do this, but let me ask you, when you have a lot more energy in the middle of the day, do you find yourself getting more things done? And they start thinking, they're like, yeah, you're right. When I do have more energy, I am getting, you see? So like, I'm kind of like leading the witness because a lot of people don't know, what to notice. Someone's using the night cream. I'm like, hey, let me ask you, like after one night of using the product, did you notice that your skin's a lot smoother the next day after just one treatment? She's like, yeah, you know what? You're right. My skin does feel a lot smoother, right? So I'm already telling them what they're going to experience because people don't know. People don't know. Somebody starts using our shampoo and conditioner. I'm like, listen, tell me the truth. After one wash, did you notice that your hair was like different? Yes, I did actually. Right? Because people don't know. And I'm like, so what was that? What was that difference? Was your hair easier to comb through? Did you notice that your hair was easier to dry? Did you notice that your hair was a lot more wavy, more lush, more bouncy, more colorful? Did you notice that your skin was smoother? Did you notice that your shave had less drag to the razor for the men? Did you notice that your energy was a lot more sustained through the day and that improved your focus, which meant you got more tasks done? When I'm asking, I literally, when I tell people when a new brand partner gets started, what do I tell them? Out of curiosity, when a new person gets started, I've said this on past trainings. Can you put in the chat box or unmute yourself, whichever one's easier? What's something that I tell a new brand partner to do once they...
Oh, just like my product. Make a list.
Okay, make a list is a good one.
Take a set of before and after photos. If it's our
Yeah.
skincare or Neora Fit products or anything
Okay.
that's demonstrable.
Okay, yes, that's a good one too. What else is there if there was another one? I have a lot of firsts for a new brand partner, obviously. So before pics, yes, make a list. Take a picture of your box the moment you receive it. The moment you get your box, I want a picture of it. Why? Because I want to know, one, you received it. Two, I want to go through it and tell you how to use the products so that way you are getting the best results. Because when you use the products the right way and you're getting better results and you're getting faster results, you're going to tell more people about it, right? So when I got a new person that's using the products, I can then check in with them saying, hey, listen, of all the products you've been using, what is the one that stands out to you the most? And then I can help create kind of a story for them. I can help create like a pathway on how to share these products. And that's why I just went through that whole example with everybody here. What was your favorite product and why was it your favorite product? Share with me the before and then share with me the after, not just in the pictures, but in that story on how you share it as well. And that would be a fun little example or a little, actually, why don't we do that with each other? Who's brave enough to kind of share with me what, like an example of what we just did with one of these products? Let's go through a couple. Don't make the, I will call out on people too, and we will grow through it together. But I just want somebody to share with me like their product, like what's your favorite product and why? Like what was your before experience and what's your like after? I'll give you an example. and then I'm gonna just kind of let you guys do it. Um, my favorite product is the Energy Chew. What I remember is in the past, I would just have a crash in the middle of the day where I felt sluggish and I knew I needed to get more done, but procrastinating took the lead. And with the Energy Chews, I find myself getting a natural boost in energy where I'm focused and I'm able to get more things done, right? So simple, fast. You guys can also, let's rotate through products. Who wants to do one?
I will.
Okay.
Okay. I'm
Hi,
the
you can go first.
Linnea.
Linnea, you're gonna go first.
And I'm the EHT girl.
Let's go.
With the brain.
So,
So do I just say
Linnea,
why I like
what's your
it?
favorite product? Yeah, what's your favorite product?
Okay, so my favorite product is the EHT. So should I just go for it?
Yeah, just go for it.
Okay, so my favorite product is the EHT. Have you ever entered a dementia ward?
Actually, sadly, yes.
Yes. So if you do, what's nice with the EHT, it helps with cognitive function, and I do take care of my mother. And so they actually put her in the dementia ward, and I, I just couldn't leave her there anymore. And so then when I got her home, well, my husband and I, we all take the EHT, but my mother, so when she got from the dementia ward, then I also started giving her the EHT, and so she's doing amazing. She has forgetfulness, but not EHT, and she's actually started doing all kinds of little jobs and helping around the house as much as she can. She's 91, and then what I noticed with myself with the EHT in just 3 days, like my vision became clearer. And then one time somebody threw something to me and I like reached up and caught it, and I wouldn't have been able to do that before, I don't think. I'm like, wow, that must have been the EHT.
Oh,
So that's why I love the EHT.
excellent. So, excellent. So so that was an awesome job. Okay, I think you did a fantastic job, and that's exactly like what I'm. That's exactly and that's exactly what I'm looking for, you guys, is like, listen, I saw what my mother had to go through dealing with dementia, and that was a huge crystallizing reason why I realized my husband and I need to take better care of our mind. Not only have I noticed my neural network responses, okay, physically, but mentally have significantly improved. I've also noticed an improvement in my mother, where she's able to like help around chores around the day, throughout the day, and she's still forgetful, but not to the extent of what we were dealing with before, right? Do you see how that's more of a demonstration? It's more like it's like kind of like story sell, facts tell. That's sharing a story. Let's do maybe an example of one more. Thank you for doing that with us, Linnea. I see Karen. Let's do it with Karen.
Okay, let me unmute. All right, I just thought of a great one that I haven't shared in so long. So when I earned my first trip to the Bahamas years ago, when I first joined Neora, I was so excited that I qualified for this all expense paid incentive trip. However, I got really freaked out because I knew I had dimpled skin, and I started dieting a little more. I was exercising even more, but I had this loose, crepey skin. I'm a little bit older, so I definitely, one of the benefits of getting older. So I started putting it on my arm, my upper arms, my stomach area, and my thighs very, very consistently. Oh, and my booty. And I did it consistently for 2 months, I think 2.5 months before the trip. I put on a bikini, and for the first time in so many years, more years than I can remember, I felt confident and good and really good in my own skin. And that had never happened before.
And guess what? We're selling buy two, get one free this month. Is anybody interested in taking advantage of that promotion? Like
Yes. And
that's the way to sell it right there. Anybody interested in getting some body firm results based off of what we heard from Karen? So that's what we need to do, is we need to find an exciting way to be able to share what is motivating to us. right? That's why they say you have to be a product of the product. And that's why I believe this whole 3 or free program is so brilliant. When a new distributor gets started, they can enroll 3 new distributors for a 200 pack, 500 pack, or 1,000, and they get their product for free, which is 140 credits, or they can enroll 3 customers at 210 in volume total, and then they get their product for free. When you have people on your team that are earning product for free, that means they're using product at no cost. They're getting results that they're now going to turn around and tell other people about it. It is a brilliant, just like referral generating machine. And I absolutely love it. All right. Another thing that I want to kind of like talk about is, so I hope that was some value for everybody. I want to kind of shift gears because I like to do half of the training with some like beginner level, new distributor level type of stuff. So that was this week's. I want to talk a little moment about placement because that's a big question that's coming up. I have a lot of new people that are on the Zoom with us today, and I'm just going to share with you my thoughts. So you are your own business owner and you are free to build this business how you wish to build it, okay? And that includes the structure of your business, okay? But we're in the business of network marketing. Okay, so you have the option, and a lot of people ask me, is this a hybrid or is this a binary? Is this a unilevel? Where I consider us a hybrid of both. We are a binary and a unilevel compensation plan, meaning you can build as many legs wide as you want, but that's not my suggestion. So if you, for example, signed up 100 personal distributors on your website, you have 7 days to place those people. Okay, if you signed up 100 people, you can place 100 people front line to you and have 100 legs, should you choose. My recommendation is that you build 2 really strong legs and only 2 really strong legs. Now, I know there's some people that have been trained on this route of building 3 or do what you want. But there's nowhere in our compensation plan that states, actually, nowhere in our compensation plan states that you cannot max out our compensation plan with 2 really strong legs, okay? And for that reason, I suggest build 2 really strong legs, ideally that are equal in volume to each other. Now, can you have 3? Yes. Can you have 10? Yes. Is there benefits to one or the other? Yes, there are benefits and cons to going wider versus going, less wider. But what I'm teaching brand new people, which I have a lot of to do, is to build 2 really strong legs. If you have a third, stick to it. I have 3. I wish I had 2, but I have 3. So I'm going to stick to building 3, but do what you want. So this is where a lot of people ask, are we a binary? The answer is no. The reason and the difference between a binary is building 2 legs, but you're only getting paid on your weakest leg. In our compensation plan, it does not matter. Strong leg, weak leg, you are going to get paid on your entire organization. The higher you are in rank, the higher your percentage is, and the deeper in your team you're going to get paid. And I did a lot of this training last week, okay? So the more you hear it, the more you're going to learn. But for now, all you need to focus on is 2 really strong legs. I'm seeing some people that are on the call right now, you have 1 really strong leg. All you need to focus on is just building a really, really strong second leg. And I would just place everybody down underneath one organization. So let me just kind of give you guys an example. Hi. Okay. So if I had hold on. Who's drawing on my screen, guys? If you signed up all of these people personally, okay, you have the option of having 5 legs front line. But in our compensation plan, okay, let's say you want to go after the car rank, what you need is 15,000 in sales, no more than 60% coming from one leg. Okay, so that means no more than 9,000 can come from one frontline leg. So that means you can take these 5 people and you can place them all one underneath another and just build your team this way. And that's exactly what I would suggest you do. Every time you recruit somebody, I would recommend you just keep placing them one underneath another. Now, obviously, if these people go out there and end up building like a really massive team and they're all the way down here, some people would be like, oh, well, now I'm not going to get paid on them in my team commissions. And you're right, because if they were on, let's say, your 6th level, technically you wouldn't get paid on them because they're outside your comp plan, but in our compensation out of your pay leg. But because we have a compression factor of our compensation plan, if these first 3 or 4 people aren't doing anything and they aren't the minimum rank of senior brand partner or above, they're going to compress out. So these people down here are then going to be at a lot higher level to you now. Does that make sense? Okay, so I hope that makes sense. And we'll train on that a little bit more. But my recommendation is to build 2 really strong legs. Now, my recommendation when it comes to placement is to keep family together, right? So aunts, uncles, sisters, siblings, cousins, mothers, everybody needs to go in one leg because you don't want, you know, a brother and a sister and a mom having to decide who to support. If they're all placed one underneath another, it kind of makes that decision a lot easier. If your team is expanding outside of your local area, I would also recommend you put those people together. For example, I have a big team that's growing in Dallas, Texas right now, right? So my goal is to place many of my newer Texas people underneath that new group. So that way they're kind of working together in cohesion, right? If I have somebody that's like in Australia, it makes better sense for me to kind of place them with my team in Australia, right? The same goes with you guys. If you have someone, if you're in Arizona or Phoenix and you have 3 people that are starting in Tucson, it probably makes more sense to put everyone in Tucson together. So that way they work in synergy and in, you know, in union together. And it's not like a competition of work with me over this person. Also friends, if they're friends, I like to put friends together as well, right? If there's a group of 6 girlfriends and 3 of them have got started, my suggestion, if you can, to put all 3 together, just place them one underneath another. The person that enrolled you or myself can help you figure out how to do that mechanically in the back office. But I think theoretically, that's what you really need to figure out is where it makes the most sense for you and for those individuals. So I would first place in priority of your personal organization. So where makes the most sense? For example, if you've got a big leg that's growing here and you enroll somebody that you would normally put there, like they live in Texas too, but what you need to build is your second leg, then I would prioritize the second leg, right? Because you need to build your business as a priority first. So I would always prioritize the structure of your personal qualification. Then I would go down into those other parts. Am I building between 2 legs? And then are they family? Are they friends? Do they live in a similar area? Do they know each other? And then if not, I would just literally be a sprinkler and I'd go back and forth between one leg and the other. I want to open up for some questions on this topic because I know this typically can get a little confusing. Do not feel like you have to understand this. I will help most of you when you ask how to do this already. So I'd rather you learn how to build and sell and sign people up. And I help you with this part of it because this is like a 5% equation type of thing, but it's coming up a lot. So that's why we're doing the training. But is there anybody that has questions in English or Spanish? I can get it translated if I need to. Placements, no? Anybody have questions around rank advancements?
I do, Puya. I have a question.
Yes.
So if you can only take 60% from one leg,
Yes.
Then how does that work?
So if you need, let's say you're going after your rank of your car, what you need is 15,000 in sales. So then you can take no more than 60% of the volume of that you need from one leg. So for example, if you need 15,000, 60% of that is 9,000. That means you can take 9,000 in volume from one leg, and then you can take the other 6,000 that you need from your second leg. So that's why my suggestion is like build a leg that has, 8,000 of volume here and build another leg that has 8,000 of volume here. And then you just kind of like sprinkle back and forth between the two.
Is that the only one that limits you for that? It's just for the car bonus?
No, every single rank advancement we have has that volume rule, where no more than 60% of the required volume can come from one leg. So for example, if you wanted to go and do 6,000, if you wanted to get to team director is 6,000 in volume, 60% of that is 3,600. So that means no more than 3,600 in volume can come from one frontline leg. And then the other 2,400 has to come from that second leg. Or ideally, it could be 2,500, it could be 3,000 is ideal, right?
But no more than 60%. Okay.
No more than 60%. You'll get paid on all the volume that's there as long as it's within your rank advancements, right? But for qualification purposes, you just can't go and hit the top rank riding one leg is all it is. Okay, so that's a fantastic question. I also do want to mention is for all of our auto ship. So for example, all of us here are on a monthly auto ship. That means like, for example, I have my personal smart shop order that processes on the 1st of every month. If you sign up somebody as a customer, let's say on the 5th of the month, every month their smart shop processes, it's going to process on the 5th. You enroll a new customer on the 15th of the month. Every month, their smart shop order is going to process on the 15th of the month. But if anybody enrolls as a customer or as a distributor and they have a smart shop after the 23rd, so if they enrolled on the 28th, all of those auto ships or smart shops are going to process on the 23rd. Okay. So any orders that you have for customers that processed on any day after the 23rd of last month, they will always process on the 23rd. And that's very much by design. So that way, what business you have before the close of the month. Okay. But I'm communicating that because again, we have a lot of new people that are on the call today. So for example, if you go and sign up a customer on tomorrow, it's the 25th, their auto ship for April is going to run on the 23rd of April. Okay. So anything after that moves forward. All right. So some clarification on that front. Yes, Karen.
So my question is, because I know it's been like this for years, and I'm wondering if there's been any change in this. I don't think there is, but for clarification. So for our personal PQV, the amount of products we're personally ordering, and for our personal volume between our personal order plus our personal customers. Is it the case that we can't go over 2,000 in PQV? Anything over that does not apply to when we're ranking up. Is that still true? And did I word that correctly?
I've never heard that. I don't know what that is.
Okay.
Yeah. So repeat that to me. So,
So
I don't want to confuse anybody here. So I'm having a conversation with just Karen for a second. So I don't want anybody to get confused, but
okay, yeah, I don't want to confuse anyone either. So if somebody's running for director, for example, and let's say they personally have done 3,000 in personal qualifying volume, and then they do 500 from other people, like other brand partners bring in 500. That I thought that 2,000 is the maximum that will count towards a rank up.
I've never heard that.
Okay. So
yeah, I've never heard that, and I don't believe that to be true. I know people that are national marketing director on my team that are doing all personal sales. So I we can circle back offline, but I don't think that's the case.
Oh, no, that's good to hear. But then it's just that 60% rule, right? That we have to be worried about. That's it.
You can go team director with 6,000 in personal sales. I don't know why not,
Yep.
why you can't.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, as long as you have the active legs, I don't think there's a restriction on that. Yeah, we can circle back off on that and verify.
Okay,
but I've never-
perfect. And sorry, I didn't mean to confuse anybody on that.
It's okay. You can ask your question. You can ask your question. I've never heard that personally myself. So
Okay.
yeah, sorry if that's the case.
Well, I don't mean to interrupt here, but with what Karen just said, I think she's talking about her personal purchases, aren't you? Versus sales, or no?
Yes.
So that's not accurate? Like
In
not
personal sales.
purchases, no purchases.
Oh, there might be a limit on personal purchases. I can see that being the case, but I don't think, that could be the case. Okay, so that one might be true, but no,
Okay.
I thought you were asking about customers. And again, I have to verify. I don't want to confuse anybody because
I don't
this is
either.
literally
Okay.
a one-person problem.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think there is a restriction on you hitting a rank and having a certain amount of personal customer sales. There might be a restriction on you hitting a rank off of just personal purchases, but I don't know what that restriction is.
Okay,
So look
okay.
into that with the company.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I wish I could say you're welcome. I don't think I helped.
You did.
Kim says, if you bought the largest pack, do you still have to have your SSO or are you good for 3 months? If you bought $1,000 pack, then you are automatically active for 3 months automatically. And that's only with the $1,000 pack. So that is a fantastic, fantastic question. Who else has some questions? All right. Well, you guys, I am going to let you go for your evening. I've got people here in front of me waiting, and we are going to be, like I said, processing lots of beautiful applications. So I'm going to go and take care of what they need to make this happen. So new car bonus earners are on the way. I am doing a Tuesday night and a Thursday night in-person presentation in Spanish. So we have Tuesday nights at 6:30 in Irvine, and then we have 6:30 in the city of Downey every single Thursday, again, in Spanish. A little bit of products, a little bit of food, a little bit of drinks, and a lot of demonstration. And then we will return next Sunday to a Zoom presentation that will be English and Spanish at 6 p.m. And then we will do our Motivation Monday again next Monday as well. Okay, any questions, anybody, before we wrap it up? Questions? All right, you guys, grab your favorite products, and I want us to take a quick little picture together. Where's that youth factor? ¿Dónde está el producto de youth factor? Hold on. All right, let's turn on our cameras, everybody. Okay. All right. Tonight, my favorite product that we're going to use is my lip plumper. Okay. So let's do a quick photo. Cameras on, big smiles. 1, 2, 3. Up, 1, 2, 3. All right, love you guys. We will see you in person tomorrow and again on Thursday, and then we will return next Sunday and Monday virtual. Bye, everyone.
Thanks,
Bye,
Puya.
thank you, Puya. Thank you
Bye-bye.
so much.
Thank you to our
Bye.
amazing translator. Bye-bye.